Look at this. I get to use it. Woohoo! Hey lovers and friends, I am finally, oh excuse me, what am I doing? I'm going through kind of my wigs because I want to consolidate them into like a smaller compartment and use my new dresser as well. Let me come grab y'all so y'all can see. Whew. And it's got me thinking, like, let me just rock with these half wigs for a minute. Cause I still need to do a protein treatment on my hair. I'm gonna call the beauty school tomorrow, but what is this? Whew. I had some wigs in here. Pre-pandemic wigs. Syntheticas. Oh yeah, I wanna give this a try. I still haven't tried this. I wanna try this. I seen some people like leave a little bit of hair out. I might do that. Yeah, I want to do that. And since I have some empty drawers over here, I can put some of like my hair things in here. And that is going to be super helpful to get some stuff together. And like pretty much all my synthetic wigs that I've worn, I'm about to just, like, I think this is Trisha, which is a go-to bombshell joint. I'm really like, don't know. I'm like getting rid of stuff because I don't know what my mom style is going to be, but I'm leaning towards more like leave outs, sew-ins with leave outs. I don't know what to call it, but those type of looks that just look like it's my natural hair or augmenting my natural hair. I know that I'm going in that direction, or at least I'm feeling that for right now. But like my actual style, not sure what that's gonna look like after this birth. So that's what I've been kind of thinking about, like, you know, when I have time to, whatever. So if there's anybody y'all know, I mean, it's a lot of stylish women on YouTube, but their kids are like grown, you know? Where's the stylish mamas? I guess that other girl, but she don't got a full-time job. I do. Anyway, lovers and friends, so that's what we got going on, just getting that together. Hair everywhere. Hey lovers and friends, it's Monday the 28th. It's the last day of Black History Month, and I went into my local office today for the last time. Well, before my leave. I'll probably be back because it's like the last day that they're on level 3. Level 2 means you don't have to wear a mask, and they have some amenities there. So I was like, yo, if I get hungry, I'm stopping by work to get me a meal. Which I probably do, but I got a lot of stuff kind of done in transition or in flight to my colleagues and team that will cover me while I'm out. And yeah, type of thing. So I'm home now. I got home. I really started my day with my non-stress test. Y'all seen that so many times. And then they did something different, talking about, oh, we are always supposed to check your fluid. They have not always been checking my fluid when I come for my non-stress test. They check my fluid on my ultrasound. But anyway, my next appointment is in like 3 days. I I am not getting around with that raspberry leaf tea in dates. Yesterday I was feeling all the feels down there. So I pretty much feel like I felt like my cervix preparing, if you know what I mean. And that scared me. I was like, no, I'm good. I haven't felt anything today, but I definitely felt it yesterday when I had the raspberry leaf tea, red raspberry leaf tea in the dates. I'm good because I don't want baby girl to come early at all. But I'm sorry, y'all. My energy is like, I think I released a vlog today. Yeah, I did. All good. My energy is kind of like low, but I got a lot of to-dos to do to kind of like wrap up some stuff for work. But I feel like it's kind of in a good place. All right. What did I wear today? I put on my maternity pants from Shein and a turtleneck and a white sweater, another white sweater from a Shein outfit or whatever. And it was cute. And then I just put on my my Nisha wig and clipped it over or whatever. And I'm probably gonna be, I'm waiting to hear back. I haven't checked my regular email today, but I'm waiting to hear back from the school. It's the right thing to do is to put in some braids, but I got all these wigs. And when I say put in some braids, I was gonna crochet some passion twists in. I have a whole bunch of passion twists from like maybe 2 years ago, and it was really cute, but I be wanting to switch my hair up. But I'm waiting to hear back from the school because I don't want to wash and do a protein treatment on my own hair. I'm hoping that they can do that for me because the girl's getting lazy. And if they're able to wash and give me a protein treatment, then I'll go get, put my crochets in and prepare for birth. We getting down to the gap down. Everything's going pretty well. And I'm about to lay down.
It's actually where my old OB. Oh, yeah. That's my old place. What time
Hello, lovers and friends. I am back. Headed to the spa. Baby bumping and all. To get this facial to start off. Probably one of the last times that I'm about to be by myself. I already know I want a waffle. Go get me some breakfast. I just don't know why I'm so lazy to make my own waffle. But anyway, I'm headed to the spa, get my facial, and enjoy a little bit of my Saturday while I don't have a key yet. What is up, lovers and friends? Still March 5th. Ran my errands. But let's start with the spa treatment today. I'm fairly new to like doing facials and stuff like that. But anyway, whatever they did last time was so relaxing, was so great. I felt so good. And today she did something totally different. She had like some suction machine all on my face because it's a hydrofacial, whatever. And it was just like, it wasn't relaxing. And that's kind of what I wanted the same thing that I had last time. But apparently, because of the whole Groupon scenario, because I bought a Groupon for some type of facial that, it had lasers and shit in it. And I just really wanted like a regular facial. Anyway, so they transferred that and then into the next two facials. So the facial I got, and then when I came back for it, so, and she didn't like really take down any notes on what she did last time. So she was like, oh, I'm sorry, it's good we did this is normally this much. And I was just like, well, and she was like, oh, I mean, do you want to come back? And I'm like, I can't really. I'm like, now that I know the difference, I might be back for that other facial, but I'm not really making any appointments because she was trying, lock it down, from a package perspective, and I had to respect that. You got to ask for the business, but that joint just was not it for me today. Not how I wanted it at all. Whew. Sorry, y'all. I need to fix my seat. It's way too back for my pregnant ass. So that was like, and the whole time I was hungry. I meant to grab a protein shake before I left, but I didn't. And my baby was like, stop playing with me. So the whole time I was like, what am I going to eat? And I just felt like Outback Steakhouse, but at the same time I wanted a waffle. So went to Silver Diner again. Seems to be my little ritual after the spa, and got steak and eggs and a waffle and smashed on that completely. Completely. It hit the spot. And I got my steak medium rare. At this point, my baby is cooked. And what can happen now? I mean, really, I'm just tired of not eating the type of food I want to eat. So that's what I did. And yesterday even we went and I got a deli sandwich. So I had me deli meat. She's good. I'm good. From that perspective, I'm glad I didn't put a lot into my edges because pretty much they got wet. Yeah, they pretty much got wet after she did the thing. So after I did that, I ran to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Home Goods. I had 2 returns to do at Home Goods and Marshalls, and of course, I shopped and I found a few good things that I'll share with you. Some of the things I found, every time I go there, I find something that was on my registry. So I grabbed it up, and if I have extra, I'll return, return folks things. Meanwhile, like, I was missing a few gifts, and I've been, from my baby shower, so I've been tracking them down with people. Some have just been like out of stock. Some another friend picked up, and then one I didn't get, but it was showing, they put the order number, it was showing like it was delivered. So I was like, oh, maybe they got it delivered to their house. Anyway, it was delivered the same day as the shower. I live in DC, and yeah, pretty much in my head, the package was stolen. We don't have it. You know what I mean? From that perspective. So I feel really, really bad about it, but they said they were going to reorder it, and they really didn't have to. But like, just fuck you to people who do that. And luckily it was postpartum care for me and not something for the baby, which I'm still pissed because that's trifling. At least it's just trifling. And burp cloths for the baby. So, maybe they needed that, and they needed a postpartum belt, whatever the case may be. But, yeah, city living. So, yeah, someone stole it. When we came back home, there was no package on the stairs. And you know, the good thing with Amazon is that they take pictures now, and so I just really felt bad that someone had to repurchase that. And you know, people are shitty, and I'm really normally really good about my packages. For one, most of the post people know in DC to hide your package. This person just left it in plain sight, like right there. So second of all, with FedEx and UPS, you can go in and register for an account, and you can help them, you can give them information on where to leave your packages. So like a year or so ago, I went on a long time trip or something like that, and a friend sent something to me. When I came back, it was everywhere. It had alcohol in it. The person took the alcohol and left the rest. Luckily they left the rest because it ended up being a really nice scented candle that, in fact, I think I'm going to order that as my push gift to myself. That candle was bomb. I'll tell y'all what it was. It's luxury candle. Luckily that, but I mean, the alcohol was gone. And you know, ever since then, I've been really cognizant of my packages, meaning that like if I'm going anywhere, I do a vacation hold with USPS. So I think it's called vacation hold, or you can hold all your mail and then they'll come back and deliver it once you're back in town. With UPS, I've always really had a great experience with them. Oh, this person about to have me wrapped up. I always had a good experience with them. In fact, before they even had all this technology, I used to give the because UPS has the same it's the consistent person most of the time. I used to give the UPS man, and I think he still do have a copy of a key to like a gate where he used to leave my packages. Awesome dude. But now I have a garage door, and so I gave them the code, and they can leave it in the garage door in the back, which works out. In fact, I need to give her a gift card or something, because she's pretty awesome, and she always knocks too. And I've been getting so many packages because of baby. FedEx, not so much the same. They have different people all the time, but typically if it's FedEx, I asked to get it delivered to, and I know I'm not going to be home, I asked to get it delivered to the local FedEx, and I go pick it up myself. But yeah, no, that was really disheartening. So anyway, we got that sorted out, and so everything on my registry, as far as I know, is accounted for, and I am just so thankful for it all. And we still have a ton of, you know, gift certificates and things of that nature, which I really just made my registry for like what's going to get me through the first 6 months. So anyway, so we sorted that, I ate that out, I went and ran some more errands, and now I'm headed home. And I think I have everything to do what's in my diaper bag and then what's in my hospital bag. And I think I'm going to make those 2 standalone videos from that perspective, and pack it like tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm getting my car detailed. A friend of mine has a detail business and is willing to come and give me a mobile detail tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be 70 something. Right now, I don't know what's going on. It's saying it's 46 outside, but like this is the warmest 46. I think it's supposed to get up to 60. So I don't know if this thing is off or what. Yeah, once I get my car detailed and I have the car seat, another really good gift. I'm gonna put the car seat in and schedule time, I guess, to go to the DMV or firehouse, wherever I gotta go to get it inspected. and that should be that. Then we're still waiting on the stroller and start practicing with the stroller. For real, for real. Hope it's everything that I think it is. I think it will be, because it was just light. I went into the store, and I just was like, I don't need anything that, like, I'm not one of those people who wants a lot of like click, 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 click. Like, it was just kind of like a one button to close thing. And that's kind of me from that perspective. And then when I thought about it, I just envisioned just taking my baby with me a lot of places to visit friends and stuff like that. And I just wanted something light. The lightest car seat, the lightest stroller. I'm not super strong and all of that. So, that's that on that front. I did not tell y'all, why am I whispering? I'm in my own car, but, I'm manifesting my move, and the number one spot that I would like to go is Dubai for a few reasons. One is typically Dubai and South Africa happen to be kind of the hub for African business, and it has been my goal, to be able to support somehow, some way, the continent and business on the continent, from that perspective, or get close to the continent of Africa. Two, multicultural and diverse and good for expats. Dubai is like a lot of expats from all over, and a lot of the workforce is expats. I hope y'all can hear me. It's high, y'all. A lot of the workforce is expats, so expat friendly. In South Africa, same. 3 is safety. Now folks will say, like, I feel like that made it worse. Okay, folks will say that, like, South Africa isn't safe, but again, I live in DC, so I believe it's probably better than that. But Dubai is extremely safe. The weather, although it's super hot in the summertime, but for the most part it's warm. And I think it's an awesome place for families. And I'll be able to, hopefully with the right position and just the right compensation, be really able to provide like a really good lifestyle for my little one and maybe future little ones. From that perspective, it is super far away from the life that I live now. However, I just feel like it's just been speaking to me over the last couple of months. First, about moving, and that has been like a consistent for me. First, it was like I was going to move down south. I checked out Charlotte. I checked out Houston, and I was pretty much like sold on Houston. I was just trying to figure out how I was going to make it work career-wise. Career-wise. And because of the nature of the accounts, I would just have to be something, have to do something different, because I wouldn't be able to really do what I do now and work totally remote. Although I can telework, I still would need to be, in the area of it. And I was rocking with Houston. Houston is multicultural. It's still giving me city. I still had a city. It was giving me the big ass house that I want. But even then, it was kind of like still kind of expensive for me, who's a single woman. To the type of places I wanted to live, which was 4,500 square feet. I wanted a pool. Wanted to be in a certain part of the neighborhood, where it's a gated community, a golf court community. The school was right there. you know, be able to still afford a live-in nanny or au pair. Still considerably like less than living in DC, but still kind of like taking me a little bit out of my comfort zone as me being like the primary and only provider for myself, my kid, and things of that nature, and the type of work I needed to do. Then, like, all of the stuff with the pandemic was supply chain. Like, neighborhoods weren't developing. Like, I finally found something I liked, you know, but they hadn't really broke ground on it, and they hadn't broke ground on it because, you know, everyone's having a hard time finding housing supplies, and there's a backlog there. Then the market went up, and so Houston wasn't as cheap as like probably pre-pandemic, but nowhere is as cheap as pre-pandemic. And it just made me think, you know, like, okay, well, I don't want to overpay for a house that takes me above my comfort zone. And then I was thinking about, like, well, maybe I rent, and I was just like, I don't know, rent first and then build, and just to get out of the DC area. And, you know, again, because I feel a little I feel a little bit of urgency, because I really just don't feel like I want me and my baby here by the time she turns 1. So a year from now, we shall see. It's doable, don't get me wrong, it's very much doable, but, you know, I'm itching on that perspective. Excuse me, y'all, I'm still congested. So anyway, I went through a mentorship course, sat down with, got a coaching session, and at that time I had a lot of anxiety around, like, leaving work and what it was going to do to my career. And on my head, I always said I wanted to go abroad, you know. And you know, she just really assured me that, like, you know, you leave on a good note. Here's how it works. You know, you write your performance review, and, you know, you should be good. And then, you know, I asked her, because she works in a different, you know, market, again, covering Africa. I asked her, I was like, well, how realistic is it here to really, you know, get a job abroad? And she was like, very realistic. And she said, just try, you know, try. And from there on, it was like, you know, I'm a high performer. I've got good reviews. I'm confident in what I can do. On top of that, I feel like in my current role, my current org, I'm not going to say my org, there isn't a lot of room for growth for several reasons. One, the org is just not that big. 2, I know my management thinks of me highly, but I'm a black woman whose the perception is young, even though I'm doing it well. I feel there's bias, and I feel that's okay, because I don't necessarily want to be a leader in the current org as it is. So, and I had to have a talk with myself, like, do I really want to be a leader here? And the answer was no, but I want to be a leader somewhere, you know, and I'm ready to be a leader somewhere. So I need to go where I can be a leader, plain and simple, and rise up these ranks as a black woman in technology, period. Like, lift as you climb. I need to climb, and I'm gonna lift a whole lot of people with me. And it's not even lift as you climb. It's like lift, climb, and fight, because I'm going to be pushing. I'm pushing motherfuckers out the way. Anyway, so when she said that, and I kind of like sat and thought about my career, thought about like the timing of the baby, thought about like how my year was going to be, I was like, what am I really waiting for? So that was it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a year to find something. At that time, I wasn't sure if I was going to stay with my company. So I kind of put on an alert for all companies. But then my company does pretty well for itself, and I mean, it's just, I just like it. I like it here. I like it here a lot, and I wanted my forever home, so I'm really trying to make it work here. I'm really trying to make it work here. It would take like a whole lot, like a really vicious offer for me to leave, you know. But I would if that came. So anyway, I'm giving myself, what is that, a fucking vulture? Jeez. I'm giving myself a year within the company, and I'm gonna be looking hard while I'm on maternity leave. I say all this to say, like, that kind of gave me the confidence. I had a talk with my manager, and you know, he wasn't telling me what I wanted to hear, but he was telling me the facts of the situation. And then I kind of just examined the situation, and I have a different perspective. And my perspective is, I've seen a few people get promoted who I'm not sure what the difference is between me and them. They both look like first time managers, which I would be. And yeah, I mean, I'm killing it as a salesperson 2 years in a row. That this person killed it as a salesperson, but to me didn't have like the visibility, because it kind of shocked me that I have. And you know, folks pretty much know where I'm trying to go, which is into leadership. It's you know, people see me as, you know, that ambitious person who wants to do that. So but on the flip side of that, I didn't really want to be under that person. I don't feel like I would have a good experience as a first-time manager with this certain individual. Although this individual is a great leader, just may not have the patience for me or my style, right? Anyway, and maybe that's why I'm not getting it. But anyway, what my manager was saying to me was just kind of like, yeah, I just need to kind of put more, what is it, s'mores in the fire? I don't know what they're calling it, but you know, like, put a little thing in the fire. So I started looking and started having some conversations with people and ruling out things I didn't want to do or I did want to do. It's really good at ruling out what I didn't want to do and getting a feel for people being open to pretty much a Black American female possibly going abroad. And I was hearing some things that, like, you know, folks saying like it would be a valued perspective. So that gave me confidence, and I began applying and chatting with people. Long story short, well, not even short, because that was a long story. What happened? Long story short, I applied for a role, and they had a sales leader role, and they had like a lateral move role. And I asked the woman, I said, the recruiter, I was like, should I apply for both? Or, you know, how will that be looked at? She didn't really give me anything, so at that time I applied for both. And as I thought about it more, I was like, yeah, you know, I'm not trying to make a lateral move, because if I make a lateral move to a new team, I'm essentially starting from scratch. For what reason? Even though part of me is like, how bad do I want to get abroad? Because I might be a shoo-in for the lateral move, and that will get me and my family abroad. How important is that? Or, yeah, just how important is that? And then it was like, then I was just like, you know what? No, I'm not doing no lateral move, because I can sit in my current role where I'm high performing and just wait for my promotion, which is imminent. Which is imminent, you know what I mean? It's just not timely for me, but which is, I can wait on my promotion and then dip, you know what I mean? and I don't have to start from scratch, building a business from scratch. I know how to get money here. Whew, I gotta roll up. I know how to get money here. You know, sure, it's not exactly where my baby is, but it would be better, right? Because I wouldn't be so stressed out as I'm talking with y'all. I wouldn't be so stressed out with a new territory, a new place, and trying to figure out how stuff works for a lateral move, and then have to start like my whole ask for promotion all over again. So that's one. So immediately I was just like, okay, well, maybe they're playing some games around, you know, the leadership role. But I thought about it, and I'm just not going to accept anything less. I am going to talk to recruiter. I'm going to kill it, and I'm going to ask for, I want to interview for the sales leader role. Period. There's not enough women that look like me in sales leadership across the company. And the reason is because, and I was thinking about this, the reason is because no one wants to give us a chance. No one wants to give us a chance. Like, if I look at my peers, I don't see any difference. But yet I'm asked to do stuff to prove my leadership, which pisses me off, but it's black tax, y'all. You know, I don't see anyone else proving their leadership. Doing programs, taking classes and courses. But you know what? I don't know what other people are doing, but I feel my perception is that they're not being asked to do that shit, yet they're getting the job. And it's because no one wants to give me a chance. And so I just said, like, nope. This is the skill set that I'm missing on my quote unquote repertoire to be able to level up, and I just cannot at this point take a lateral move. So I'm kind of firm in that. I'm gonna have the interview, see what they say. But yeah, and then I said, after I have the baby, I'm not reporting people, but I want HR to capture my experience. I'm not reporting anyone, but I just feel like I felt this before in my career, and you know, folks are trying to make strides towards DEI, and you got to give us a chance. Like, and you know what's crazy to me is when we given a chance, when do we fail? I don't know. I've seen so many women of color, once they're given a chance, they don't fail. They do not fail. So what is the risk? You can't tell me someone who has failed, who's gotten in that role, who has failed. Will there be learning moments? Absolutely, but that there's no different than any other person who's going to be a first-time manager. So anyway, the plight of a black woman in corporate America trying to level up in a predominantly male, white world. So anyway, I've been rambling. I'm talking to y'all. I'm almost home. This is about to be a long vlog. Alright, lovers and friends, I'm gonna hang y'all up in a minute, because you can't see me anyway. Ooh, it feels good outside. Oh, and now my thermometer, is it thermometer? Got up to the 60s.